All right. Today is a Sunday. It is, from a workout standpoint, a rest day. Day of rest. Also, we have church later on this afternoon. Yesterday was leg day, and it was the last workout of the peak week for the mesocycle, and so that also makes it the last leg day. The sets to failure, and yeah, I kicked my leg's butt, if they actually had, sort of thing. And so walking around awkward at the gym yesterday, and felt fine later on in the day, but now I'm feeling it at the soreness today, which is good. A big thing that I learned through this mesocycle, well, several different things, is during peak week, where I had to go to 0 reps in reserve, so to failure, technical failure, on many different exercises. What I was judging as 1 rep in the tank, or 1 rep in reserve, or 2, I actually had a lot more in me, and so in the next go around, I'll be able to push more and learning from the things that I didn't do as well in this mesocycle. And also, in things that I learned, another thing is my technique. I needed to be more consistent in each single rep that I do, and so I could more accurately measure from, obviously rep to rep, set to set, week to week, and of course over time, month to month, and so I can have accurate measurements in comparison to what I was doing before in rep and volume and all that good stuff.
Hey, Dad, could you pass
And
me something?
sorry about that. I had a quick pause. The linker had a question, and another big thing, not only do I need to focus on having each rep being the same from rep to rep to rep, so I can have accurate measurements, is in most of the exercises I need to do a better job of much slower on the eccentric, on the downward movement. So if it's a bench press, they're coming down. If it's a squat, going down. If it's a bicep curl, up and then down. If it's a tricep, go down, then the up there. Lats or rows, it's slow on the out, or when I come down to the lat, slow on the up. So the eccentric move I need to do much slower on, which also means then I'm going to be doing lower weight on this next mesocycle that I got going on and planned after this 1 week coming up here of deload, which is going to be a lot less reps, less sets, less weights. And so I'm really excited about that. And so it's going to be slow and controlled, especially on the eccentric. The concentric, the up, I can rocket those up, but want to focus on having the slower eccentric. It's supposed to be better for hypertrophy, which is muscle gaining, and I'm not looking for strength. I'm going to get stronger as a result too, but really looking to build the muscle. I actually had someone comment to me yesterday, DJ, you're getting jacked. Now, that's obviously comparative speaking to how I was looking before. So it's not like I'm super jacked right now, but comparatively, that's good. That's good to hear that someone noticed it, because I didn't say anything to them, and they said that to me yesterday, which is pretty cool. But besides the workout yesterday, boys, what else did we do yesterday? Let me take my microphone off. What else did we do yesterday?
Went to Grandma Dolores.
They went and visited their great grandma and grandpa, and also regular grandma and grandpa were there. My parents were there. What else did you guys do?
We went to a parade where our great grandpa was in.
Yeah, so there was a Veterans Day parade yesterday, and their great grandpa, my grandpa, he's a retired Marine, and he was one of the grand marshals for the parade, which was cool. So they actually had him in a horse-drawn carriage. I guess they're older, so they didn't have him walk, which was cool. And it was super cool to see his smile, how proud he was to see his family there supporting him on. Because my grandpa, he's one that when I was growing up, I'm the oldest grandchild, first grandchild, and he came almost to every single sporting event and all that. And he goes out to all his grandchildren. Now he has so many of them, he can't get to all of the things. And of course, he's getting much older. But he's always there for everybody, and so it was really cool to be there for him. And we didn't even know what was going on. I was calling my grandma up to invite her to something, and I asked her what she got going on Saturday. She told me, "Oh, Grandpa's in the parade." I'm like, "He's in the parade?" And nobody knew about this. They didn't tell anybody. So I call up my family, my parents, and And so we had a group going out. Some of my one of my nephews was there, some of my nieces were there, and one of my uncles and his kids and such. So it was pretty cool. So we got that as a Veterans Day parade. There was helicopter flyovers. There's also, they mix in with Christmas, some Christmas stuff on it too, which is great. But after also workout, Roman had a basketball game. Roman, what did you do yesterday? What did you end up doing?
I scored a basketball.
Yeah, he scored a basket, and so it's his first year playing basketball. He made a basket, which was awesome. Lincoln had tennis, his first tennis at the new level. Lincoln, how was practice with the new level today?
Good.
Or yesterday?
Good.
Yeah, what's the difference you noticed in this one versus the previous group that you were with?
It was harder.
It was harder? Why was it harder?
Because instead of rolling the ball with my racket, I had to actually bounce it.
Oh,
I couldn't control my strength with it.
yeah, that's awesome. So yeah,
You just need a teensy tap, and it goes like, if you do a teeny tap, it goes like perfect.
yeah. So you're learning some more advanced things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's really cool. So he was the tennis group that he was in before. It was, entry level or whatever, because he never played tennis before. And that was for, I don't know how many weeks, for a couple months or whatever. And then he graduated the next level. And first thing I noticed when he's gotten that one, the kids are bigger, and you could tell that they've played tennis before. And so it was really cool. He's get to step up and new level of competition, new level of learning. What else did we do? We went to dinner, Chinese restaurant, had a lot of Chinese food, which is good. And inside joke, which I'm not going to share right now. And then also, then when we went to, I was going to drop my nieces and nephew off, and I asked my sister if where they were at, and there were still, my other nephews had his basketball tournament, and the timing worked out perfectly. So we got to go check out some games, basketball tournament games. He's in 8th grade. They had some basketball tournaments going on, which was cool. Man, it was a full day, and the kids were sleeping in the car by the time we got home, which is cool. Though we did put on, before they fell asleep, is the audio Bible, because we always read that together every day, and that we're together, and so that was great. So a really full day. But let's talk about, let me put this thing back in my ear, or hat. Let's talk a little bit about Lincoln's tennis and how that really applies to us in our careers, or what, really these videos aren't just about business. It can be health, really anything you want to apply to. For me, this is my health and, my career, my business journey as we continue to grow and expand. But Lincoln was doing pretty good in the group that he was with. But in order for him to progress and get better, he had to, and that's why the nice thing with the group is they have it planned in there, he had to go to another level. And the new level had additional competition, people that have been doing it a lot longer than he has, and coaches that are teaching some advanced techniques. And he was struggling a little bit, but it's his first time doing it, and that's how he's going to get better, is by pushing himself. Then he's going to have to do some practice at home, so we'll have to figure some things out for home, and so he can get some of that practice and get better and better. So it's not just the Saturdays that he has the practice that he's doing it, but he can practice in between. And for us, we'll just talk business. We have to challenge ourselves. We have to push ourselves. We have to seek ways to grow. I know a lot of people over the course of time, they thought they were a big dog, but what they turned out to be was a big fish in a small pond. And so they seemed pretty darn big and awesome in the circle that they were with, but then when they were exposed to a much bigger pond, they realized they were no longer a big fish. And some of them, they realized they were a small fish in a new pond. Now, some people in that situation, they retreat. They try to get out of that pond, and they try to go back to their small pond. Some allow themselves to get devoured and eaten and don't even go back to the old pond. Others just try to survive, and others, they look to thrive and do whatever they can to become that big fish in that big pond, or a bigger fish than what they were in that big pond. And that is getting out of your comfort zone. You have to get out of your comfort zone. Growth happens in places that you are uncomfortable. You fall down. Hey boys, what do you do when you fall down?
Get back up.
You get back up. That's what we got to do. Whatever life throws at us, we have to get back up when we fall down. And that is a promise that we will fall down. There'll be circumstances that kick us down. There'll be circumstances that when we're on the ground, we get kicked over and over and beaten. And then we have a choice to make. Be okay with it, or just let it go. Or we get back up. We push, we grow. And when we get through that, we'll be better and stronger than we have. And they'll prepare us for new adversities. They'll prepare us for new difficulties. Difficulties that we wouldn't have been able to handle before unless we went through those previous trials. And so when we fall down, we get back up. You find yourself big fish in a small pond, find a new pond, work hard, grow, improve, and have a lot of fun doing it. All right, we're at Panera. So we're at Panera. They're gonna do some breeding, maybe some Legos. I'm gonna do a little bit of work, and we have some fun planned before we head to church. See ya.